Hilton brings you new ways to stay, with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Uh-oh, the last cookie.
You can get a new box of cookies in as fast as an hour with Walmart Express Delivery.
Are you my guilty self-conscience?
No, I'm the voice offering you promo code EXPRESS for free delivery on your first order.
Hey, who ate my cookies?
You mean, these cookies?
Order now. Welcome to your Walmart. Promotion valid for first express delivery order. $50 minimum subject to availability. Restrictions apply.
I don't know how to take this filter off. It just won't leave. I'm irritated about that. Okay. Y'all, I know I'm a little late, but to be honest, when it comes to my health, it literally has been up and down since this surgery. So today on the podcast, we're actually going to be talking about menopause surgeries, health, and more. So just give me about, I'm going to try to go the full hour. But if not, I'm going to at least try to give you 30 minutes. Let's get into it.
For the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits.
Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. And now we live every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So that's the couch every day of the week. Yeah, tune in. You don't want to miss this shit. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no what? I know you said it.
Let out your frustration. All this hurt that you have here, please don't be racing. But be patient, release, let go and relax. Just relax. There's nothing that you can do for things that's left in the past. So you can relax. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Stop wasting your time. It's not like you can just rewind. Just worry about people who mean harm to you, who only want to see you lose. Now you can let go of your stress. Yes, chin up now, give it your best. Be blessed. And if this was your task, just know that you passed. Relax. Just relax. Just relax. Let out your frustration. All this hurt that you have here, please don't be racing. Be patient, release, let go and relax. There's nothing
Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. At least give me 30 to 45 minutes of your time. Today we are going to be talking about menopause, surgeries, health, and more. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because I've had a lot of surgeries. If you've been keeping up with the couch, then you know how many surgeries I've just dealt with between last year and this year already so far. So, you know, I honestly, like, when I'm dealing with something, I look for the group on Facebook to see if there's anybody else that thought about starting a group or that is in a group, and I usually find what I'm looking for. And those groups have been so very helpful when it comes to preparing for my surgeries, preparing for what's about to happen, and the different hacks that people have learned and that can teach me. Now, I am menopausing. And for a lot of 34-year-olds, that's actually uncommon unless you've had a total hysterectomy. But I will tell you this. I literally had a total hysterectomy, and I don't take any medication for my hormones at all. Not at all. And I literally can tell you how I've been managing and what has been helping me. But before that, coming up on the couch, I do have a guest tomorrow, and tomorrow is going to be deep. We're going to be talking about the troubles in the judicial system, the treatment that's happening in a Lawton facility right now. Tomorrow, listen, if you don't want to hear about it, just go. But this couch is meant to spread things that's going on in the world, important subjects. Talk about important subjects and to do everything that I can to help spread the word, no matter whatever the word is, as long as it's a positive word, of course. But so and we also do have other guests. Just follow the couch, look in the description, read the description. If I ever play a song that you want to know about, it's always in the description. If you want to know who's on the couch, they're always going to be in the description. So hey, we got to be the voice. We have to be the voice. If we're not the voice, then guess what? It's going to be quiet as hell. It's going to be quiet as hell. Hey, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. Now, one, I do want to say this. A lot of us, 90s and 80s babies, and I've even heard some people physically tell me, oh, I feel amazing. I'm not breaking down like everybody else. I'm good. And then 2-3 weeks later or 2-3 months later, they end up having a stroke out of nowhere. They've been healthy all this time, but they all of a sudden had a stroke. Or they all of a sudden fell out. Or now all of a sudden your health is just declining. No, actually, it could have already been declining, but you haven't been doing anything about it. See, we have a habit of not checking up on ourselves if we feel like we're not sexually active or if we don't feel like we're sick. That's not an excuse not to make sure that you're good. You have to make sure that you're good all around, not just sexually. You got to make sure that you're good in the inside. Because a lot of times you literally can have symptoms and you don't even know the signs, symptoms, or what you're even experiencing because you're putting it on something else, like stress. Oh, I'm stressed. That's the reason why I got a migraine. Oh, I'm stressed. That's the reason why my stomach hurts. Oh, I'm stressed. That's why I keep shitting. Oh, I'm stressed. That's why I'm diarrheaing. I've told you guys this before. Your shit can tell you a story. If you look at your shit when you put it into when it's in the toilet, however it is shaped, whatever it looks like, is going to tell you about your health. But you'll never know if you don't know what to look for, right? I'll tell you this. I'm in so much pain that sometimes I don't know what goes to where. So before I even knew to speak up on the things that was happening to me health-wise, I didn't really know, like, how to explain it. I just knew I was hurting. And I was just like, oh, I'm probably hurting because of lupus. Oh, I'm probably hurting because of this. I'm probably hurting because of that. When really it was other things going on in my body that I thought was okay. If I'm not drinking liquor, why should my livers be having a problem? Because I have lupus. So everything could be a problem. I'm currently, I took out, you see, I don't even have my nose rings in or nothing because I'm having a lupus flare. My face is terrible right now. And if I didn't know my body and myself, I wouldn't know how to deal with certain things. You got to pay attention to whenever you feel anything that doesn't feel right in your body. You know your body. Well, some of you don't know your body. Some of you don't. Some of you ladies don't even know when you're going to start your period. Some of you don't know nothing about yourself. And no judgment. There's no judgment here. Because until you know what to look for, you really don't. Until something is affecting you, it doesn't bother you, right? I didn't realize, I kept having, to me, hunger pains. I was like, damn, I'm like super fucking hungry. Like at a certain time every morning, I'm like, and then it goes on throughout the day and it's just like, Like sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, how am I that hungry? I could have sworn I ate. Well, those hunger pains went with something else. I actually have hernias. 2 hernias in my stomach. And when you have hernias, a symptom is hunger pains. So, hey bestie. Hey. Oh, I'm so glad you came today. I'm talking about health and everything. Y'all, my bestie is here. And I know she is going to let y'all know what's up too. So listen, I'm talking about health, surgeries, and, ignoring and knowing your body. Do you feel like you know your body well enough to, when you about to start your period?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you know your body well enough to, if something is wrong or if you feel some type of way, to go get yourself checked up? Or it don't have to just be, I'm just going to go get checked up for STDs and things because I'm sexually active. No, it's just...
Yeah, I know my body when something is wrong. I mean, it was never to the point where I needed to go get checked up or checked out. Mm-hmm. Maybe for like anemia, but I kind of know my body when my iron level is low. Mm-hmm. So,
right.
I mean, I take pretty good care of myself, so I never really let it get to that point when I have to go get checked out or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, what do you feel the reason is why a lot of, our age group and older, a little bit older, don't go to the doctor or won't go?
Either because they don't have health insurance or they feel that, they're young and they have a long life or whatever. Or they just lazy as hell.
Y'all actually, like I said, some of y'all don't know your body. And you don't realize that you don't feel good. Or you don't really feel well in the inside. Or you're not really well in the inside. Some of you don't even know that you have lupus. Some of you don't even know that you have hepatitis. Like literally. But you'll never know because some of you guys are scared of doctors. Some of you guys are like, nah, I don't got insurance. You got food stamps, but you don't have insurance? Let's make it make sense. Because if you got food stamps, they going to offer you insurance. Because you have to have it. If you don't have insurance, then guess what? They're going to take it right out of your taxes. And you might be like, they didn't take it this time. Guess what? 6 years from now, they'll garnish it. From 6 years behind, like all them years, they'll make you catch up. They don't give a fuck. Whatever your reason is. But what they do know is you better have some insurance on yourself. Now, in different countries and different places, insurance is free. Health care is free. Not in America. This is one of the biggest Ponzi schemes in the motherfucking American world, okay? But we ignore the signs and symptoms of what's going on with us because we can't get off work. we got bills to pay.
Yeah.
We got kids to feed, bills to pay. It's no way I can get off work to go get myself checked up. But I'm shitting blood. But I'm throwing up every day. But I can barely even move sometimes. I mean, if you guys are in pain, if you're hurting, don't be ashamed to go get checked up. Don't be ashamed to go get yourself looked at. Don't be like, oh, well, I don't have insurance. Guess what? Let them motherfuckers bill you, and I'll tell you what you need to do to get it off your motherfucking credit.
Dispute it.
Okay? Yeah, I got you. Hit me up. The fuck? For the free ball. Because I want you to get yourself checked up. It's too many of us right now that literally are dying and really becoming like overwhelmingly sick because they never got themselves checked up, or they didn't think that pain that they felt meant anything. Well, I'm here to tell you that they do. Like I was saying earlier, I was feeling like I was so hungry. I was just like, oh my gosh, and it hurt so bad. And come to find out, I had 2 hernias in my stomach. And hunger pains is a symptom. Having a C-section is the same, not the same, but similar as far as the cuts whenever you have a total hysterectomy, depending on how your surgeon cuts you. I had a cesarean cut. So, but what they do for a woman is they have to take out all of your woman parts. So, not only did they take out all your woman parts, but they left you with a big asshole in an empty motherfucking pussy canal area. And I know it ain't the pussy canal, but it's the area. The fuck. But we don't realize the seriousness of these surgeries. So I've had, I can't even, more than I want to even remember. Surgeries come with a lot. It takes a lot out of you. Was the C-section the only surgery you ever had?
Yeah.
Did it take a lot out of you?
Yeah, it did. You know, the healing process.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, it took about 2 years for my stomach to really get back, like my muscles and everything to contract back together.
Mm-hmm.
So getting the C-section, because they move everything around when they trying to get the baby out. So yes, it's a lot on the body.
Right. So moving everything around when they do that, that's kind of the same. Yeah. Except they move everything out of the way and take it out forever. Now I've had surgeries that also, I had a couple not really like complications to the point where I needed I almost needed a transfusion. I lost so much blood when I had my total hysterectomy. But you have to prepare yourself for these surgeries with the way that you eat, with the way that you carry yourself, with the way that you just everything, because you don't want to eat the things that you want to eat, do the things that you want to do, and then the next day you have surgery. That can cause a complication. You can cause it on yourself. Mm-hmm. You can cause it on yourself, and then you'd be like, I don't know why, I'm having complications, and, I'm in the hospital extra. Being in the hospital is not fun. I don't know if you guys realize that, but it's not fun.
See, I understand like how some things can be hereditary, but if you can prevent a lot of things from happening by changing your eating habit and just treating your body like it's the temple. I mean, it is the temple.
Exactly. Why do you feel like people don't treat their body as the temple that it is, but they want to be queens and kings?
Yeah. I mean, because you got drinking that can lead to liver disease and kidney failure. Then you have smoking tobacco products that can lead to cancer.
I want to pause, y'all. I want to pause, Bessie, because a lot of y'all think that, oh, well, I'm only going to be drinking for a couple months. Baby, that couple months could fuck you up. A couple weeks could fuck you up, depending on how your body handles things. Because my body isn't going to handle the things that my bestie's body is going to handle, and her body isn't going to handle the same things that my body is going to handle. Especially if you have, if I was skinnier, and I was going through certain things, I wouldn't be able to take pills. It would immediately knock me out because I'm smaller. The more weight I have on me, the more I can actually handle when it comes to taking like medications and tolerance. And like when I was heavier and I was taking shrooms, I had to take a lot because I couldn't feel it off a gram. I'm like, I'm gonna need a 3.5 or better. So
I feel like know your family history, so
because
that's
a
very
big
important.
thing. Oh man, I'm glad you said that.
Diabetes run on my dad's side, hypertension runs on my mom's side, so it's like I do things to prevent that. Thank God I have not had any health issues because of the way I eat and, you know, being active or whatever. But if you can prevent those things, do it. And also, you know, just check on your family history.
Yeah. And I know some of us, like myself, our family disown us, but there's got to be a way or maybe you can remember, you know, growing up, being around your family, because that's how I remembered some of my family health history, is just by remembering like the things that I heard growing up, or, you know, just being around them for a while. But it's very, very important to know your family history, or to even know your own history. If you don't know your own medical history, baby, when I tell you, it'll make it so difficult. So difficult. Like when you go from one doctor to another doctor and they like, okay, well, what brings you here? Well, I was at this other doctor and they told me, okay, well, we're going to have to run our own tests. Well, let me tell you what'll stop all of that. If you have all your records and you just like, oh no, here, and they can actually open up the CDs, they can look at it themselves. Let me go get my stuff, because I actually have, and I meant to bring it in here for today, but I want y'all to see how important this is. Now, don't mind the bag that it's in. And no, I'm not endorsed. This is before they did the DEI. This is before they did the DEI. And before I gave up stealing.
You are funny.
So, these, when it comes to your medical history, are very important. Very, 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 very important. Especially if you have a case. That's whether you fighting a case that is just that have to do with violence, you know, a criminal case, or if you fighting a case that has to do with being hurt on the job. It's, to me, even if that's not even the case, it's very important to keep your records, because, I mean, you never know what might happen. What if you fall out? What if you pass out? And the only people that's around you only know where your medical records are. They're like, oh, I know that she keeps her medical records in this red bag, this Target bag that says medical records on it. And it has all her stuff, anything that you need to know, anything that any surgeries, any MRIs, any type of x-rays, they all in here. I don't give a fuck if it's from 2022 to Look, I'm not playing. Yeah, you keep all of them. And then sometimes they'll be like, oh, if you lose it, we'll charge you extra.
Anybody trying to go through that shit?
Right. But sometimes you need an extra, because what if you need to give one to your lawyer? You always want to keep copies for yourself.
You said copies.
Yeah, copies for yourself.
Oh no, that's the Trinidad, New York.
Not only that, is you want to keep all of your records separate. Different manila envelopes. I got different manila envelopes. I got different actual folders. Keep everything organized. I know this probably isn't important to you until you get old. Yeah, because it wasn't that important to me when I was younger. I would just leave the hospital and just throw the papers away. Now, I'm like, wait a minute. You know, because I don't know if you guys realize this, but some doctors don't really give a fuck about you. Especially if you're not the same color. And let's just be real. Let's just be real, because I've experienced it myself. Some of them don't want you to make it. I don't know if you guys ever seen that Netflix story where I think it was either a doctor or a nurse, she was injecting the patients, killing them. She was injecting their IVs.
I don't think I've seen that one, but
she was going around injecting their IVs. Not every doctor has your best interest at heart. If you know something is wrong with you and you go into your doctor and you like, hey, this is what's wrong, and they like, oh, you're mistaken. My professional opinion, I feel like, no, get you a second opinion, a third opinion, a fourth opinion if you have to. Get however many opinions that you need to get. Because your health is more important than, oh, I've been doing this for, I don't give a fuck if you've been doing this since your mama birthed you. If I feel like something's wrong, something is fucking wrong. I remember one time I went to the hospital and I was like, I have cellulitis. They laughed at me. They was like, send her home with narcotics. They sent me home with a script of narcotics. I went, matter of fact, it was around the time I was trying out for American Idol. I tried out for American Idol. They told me I wasn't good enough. I looked at my parents. I said, I'm about to die. They was like, what? And you could tell through my face how pale it was, how weak I was. When you looked in my titty, it swelled up to a 34 double D. You couldn't even see my nipple. And then when you touched it, all the skin came off. The doctor misdiagnosed me.
Was like that.
The doctor misdiagnosed me. And whenever I went to my mom's doctor, she was like, ooh, if you would have kept this a day longer, you would have died. She said you had a severe case of cellulitis, which is an infection that eats your insides rapidly.
If you let it get that bad, it start having a smell to it.
Yep.
Also.
Oh yeah. Thank God I didn't have a smell to it. I love you too.
I don't know if, my patient has something else going
I just know
on,
that when I say you literally, it was like so swollen. I'm talking about the air. It was no areola. It was just air. No, it wasn't even air. It was just rheola. It was just rheola left. I was like, I couldn't believe it, but I had kept my titties tied down because they had hurt so bad. And I didn't realize that one of them was just getting bigger. Baby, when that doctor said if you would have kept this a day longer, you would have been a goner.
So do you feel like any medical issues that you experience is hereditary? Like
Yes.
Okay.
So I know for sure that lupus is hereditary. I know I get that from my dad for sure. I feel like everything else that's going on with me is 50% Sprout's fault. No, 75, bitch. 85% Sprout's fault. Because I wasn't having spinal issues like this. Now, my foot never hurt. It hurt. Don't get me wrong, my foot was hurting. But both of my feet was not hurting like this. And then it wasn't to the point where my legs was feeling like they was giving it. Remember that time when I fell out?
Yeah.
Bro, when I say I literally, they looked over and I was on the ground flat.
I'm like, stop playing,
Bestie. I said, Bestie, my legs gave out.
I said, stop playing with me.
Oh. I'm not gonna lie, I was embarrassed because I was just like, oh my gosh, how did that just happen? We literally was just, they was like, she been drinking. No, literally my legs are I don't even know if my toes is there right now at this point.
She did one of those Sierra moves.
Let's not talk about a Sierra move.
Why you on your legs like that?
Okay, y'all. It's very important to make sure that you keep up with your health as well. Keep up with your symptoms. If you don't have a notebook or a journal, this is my regular journal, which I really should be writing in it more. Ever since I had my hysterectomy, though, I haven't been writing in my journal. I noticed that.
Yeah.
I used to, I was writing in it almost every day, but since I've had my total hysterectomy, I literally have slowed down. And honestly, I feel as if having my hysterectomy, it changed me in a way. Sometimes I wake up and I feel like something's missing. This morning I woke up and I just started screaming. Out of nowhere.
Yeah. I live right next door. I'm like, what the hell's going on over there?
Nah, she didn't say that. She said, Bestie, what the hell-y?
I said, what the hell, Yonte?
I thought she said, what the hell, Yonte? I said, Bessie, I don't know what the hell, but I'm just like.
I thought you had failed or something.
I was like,
what the
I don't know. Menopausing is weird. Like, you literally.
You might be going through like a form of anxiety or something.
Something, because I'm telling you, it all rushed to
like a punching bag.
It was like. And I couldn't even stop it, and I was just like, damn. And I'm looking at myself like, girl, did you just really scream like that? I said, thank God Bestie at work. And then all of a sudden my phone started ringing. I was like, well, Bestie ain't at work. She heard that. And she was like, what the hell, Yonte? I was like, oh. I said, Bestie, I don't know. I just don't know. And then still right now telling you guys, I don't know exactly what the fuck happened. And then when my wife got here, I just started crying. And she was like, baby, like, you know, comforting me and giving me the love that I need. But I was just like.
Do you feel like you're depressed?
No. I was, at that moment, I was angry. I was, like, overstimulated. I was, and nobody was here. Like. It just was random. First I woke up.
Here, but I was there.
Right. First I woke up and I was just like, you know, I had got a text from my lawyer and I was just like, okay, well, I think what pissed me off was the fact that I have a lawyer.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, I'm really fucking fighting a case. And then it was just so much other stuff just going through my, like, you ain't got no woman parts. You look at your face.
That's
your face is breaking
like,
out. Look at them goddamn scars from them surgeries.
Things that's just built up that.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it. You don't feel like you're depressed or anything, or. It's anxiety. You know, sometimes I be wanting to scream. But I think that's why I go to the gym and. Yeah. You know, take walks and stuff because
I'm mad at Sprouts.
I be wanting to.
I'm mad that I like Sprouts. I'm so mad.
I ain't gonna lie. And I try not to tell Bestie, like, hey, I'm going to Sprouts, you know. I know you don't like them or whatever, but you like them.
And then they got the best bags. Like, I know that's weird, but they thick and shit. Like,
they gave me a free green bag the other day.
She said, I'm stressed.
Yeah.
I am stressed. But I don't feel like I don't know how to say, like, okay, I don't want to say that I'm stressed. It's not that I'm stressed. Because when I get on the couch or whenever I'm talking to my bestie or when I'm with my wife, I feel 100% better. But when I get a moment to myself to mind fuck myself, and I know it's partly because I don't have my, you know, hormones together.
You used to get out a lot.
Yeah.
And
now I'm stuck in the house. I can't do much. And it's like, and then look at these bitch ass scars that I'm left with. Like, when Dr. Kallenberger did my motherfucking total hysterectomy, he had me looking perfect. I said, okay, I don't see no scar. Then I started getting these other surgeries. I'm like, hold on, my tattoos all cut through now, and my stomach looked like a broken mouth. This looked like a fucking jaw that's broke. That's ugly. Then I got these hernias. They got my stomach poking out weird, and then my back's not healing up properly because I have lupus, and it's just like
it really don't look. I think you over exaggerating. That do not look bad at all. You got bitches with BBLs that shit look 10 times worse. They shit leak.
I just want to be healed. I don't want to be in pain, and that irritates me too. So. It's like I'm doing everything I can to get myself better. To, like, my nerves is permanently damaged. So I'm doing a nerve treatment, a nerve renewal treatment, which is 12 weeks, 2 times a week. I'm very hopeful for that. I'm hoping with everything in me that it works. because I want my feet back. I want my feet back. I really want my back back because I like to dance.
I mean, you was dropping a load last time I was over here.
I like to
like,
dance.
Oh, shit.
I love to dance, matter of fact. Not that I like to. I love it. And I'm not talking about, just dropping it. Like, I'm talking about, like, contemporary dance. I'm talking about, if you guys could have seen me before this, not the Chris Brown when I first got out of prison, because when I first got out of prison, I smoked this weed that made me think I was Chris Brown. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that I literally can dance.
You was all jetting and shit, talking about
She said, you're complaining about things that are beautiful to us. I think you're beautiful inside and out. Your relationship is beautiful. Your bestie is beautiful too. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm talking like I'm Italian.
Thank you. You know what? I appreciate that. And it's like, I didn't know I was going to feel like this. But that's also a part of menopausing. Which is like, menopause? Fuck you, bitch. I don't like you. Like, let me tell you guys what helps me the most.
You definitely menopausing, bestie, because I'm hot in this bitch.
You hot too?
Yes, I'm hot.
I'm hot.
Oh,
look.
I thought you was cold.
Cold?
I'm hot.
I'm burning up. I've been burning up all day. What is you talking about? I literally just told wifey, I said, baby, feel my leg. I'm talking about how you... Bessie ain't saying nothing but a word. My neck is sweating. Matter of fact, look, this part is sweating. Who sweats right there? Who sweats right there? If you're menopausing, you sweat right there. Let me tell you about the thing that helps me the most with menopause. Is if you know people that's menopausing, a lot of times people say, thank you, Brittany. A lot of times people say people that's menopausing are angry. They're a bitch. They're very, very rude. Seriously, I don't know if you guys have ever been around somebody menopausing. They are probably some of the meanest motherfuckers.
I'm gonna be honest, I could never tell my mama was menopausing because she stayed screaming like...
No, menopause can last for years. In my family, menopause lasts for... My mom, she menopaused for 3 years.
I think my mom was just crazy. I think she's just crazy. You know, she got
I know.
Mexican
Look, that's what helps me. My mom Puerto Rican. That's what helps me the most is to think about how rude and how mean my mom was. I always say in my head, when I feel myself like about to have like a menopause like moment, I'd be like, oh, you don't want to be like Gina. No. Are you Gina in right now? Hold on, is that Gina coming out you? Wait a minute. Take that Gina down. Turn that Gina down a notch. Get that Gina up out of you. I rebuke that Gina. I'm serious. This is what I had to... Listen, you literally have to mind fuck yourself when you menopause, and otherwise you will... That menopause demon will come out. So if you don't want that menopause bitch to come out of you, you literally have to tame her yourself. And it takes a lot of meditation. I kid you not. When I first got out of the hospital, I literally 72 hours, not even 72, longer than that, I turned on this sound. It was a specific sound. And I got the link. If you want the link, it's a specific sound for menopause. And it's supposed to help you with your menopause, like heat flashes and night terrors. And when I first got out the hospital, I'm talking about my night terrors was so bad, I didn't want to go to sleep. They was bad. I'm talking about I was waking my wife up screaming, crying. And in order for me to get out of that, I was like, okay, I was searching on the net like, yo, I was joining groups on Facebook like, hey, what do y'all do? Nobody knew. So I was like, you know what? Let me look on YouTube and let me see if they got a frequency for menopause. And I was just like, they probably don't, but let me just type it in. And when I did, and I searched through certain ones, and when I found this one, I kid you not, my hot flashes went away immediately. I was sitting on the bed like, fan on me. And then I ended up after about 72 hours had passed of straight listening to it, that fan began to get too cold. And then I started regulating. I seldomly get hot flashes. I don't really flash like that no more. 9 times out of 10, I'm cold. I don't, and then when it comes to like my mood swings, my mood is usually in check. Like, it's, anybody that knows me, they not finna come over here and be like, oh, Janelle was just cussing it. No. I literally had to meditate and put my mind in a certain place because I don't want to be like my mama. And I'm not saying that my mom was just like this big bitch that... Because that used to be my nigga. Like, I fucked with my mama until she took my daddy's side and disowned me, and they haven't spoke to me. That's on them. But the person that she was when she was menopausing, I couldn't take her.
Yeah.
I couldn't be around her. It was just hard. And then it was hard to hear the mean things that she would say to my father. Now, he deserved every single bit of it. But it was like, oh, damn, that hurt my feelings. The fuck? Like, I'm talking about when I say, all I got to do is say Virgo. Okay? Menopause and Virgo. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Okay, I'm glad it does.
My mom, she was much relaxed when she, had her joints rolled up and getting ready to, be on some Friday shit.
See, but this is the thing, is at the time when my mom was menopausing, she had quit smoking. They was going to church. Now, mind you, we in church, then you come home from church and it's, motherfucker, you better get this goddamn... I was like,
damn.
Well, amen.
I don't think that demon came out.
You hear me? I thought we were supposed to leave that one back there.
Thought you got some holy water on you or something.
Listen, I didn't know. And then growing up, menopause was like saying bitch. If you was like, Mama, you menopausing and that's your menopause right now, get to your fucking room. I was like, ooh, we can't say that word. So I grew up not really being able to say that. Now, here's another weird thing that that's just off the subject. But I actually grew up and I wasn't allowed to whistle. If we whistled, we would be put on punishment.
I mean, I don't think I did that shit anyways. Unless it was a dog or whatever.
Oh, no, we couldn't even do that. It was either come here or... But if you whistle... Matter of fact, we couldn't even do this.
You talking about something?
I'm serious. And now it makes sense. Because let me tell you something. Because growing up like that, I don't like to eat in front of people. Especially men. I don't want them lusting over the way my mouth moving against this. Talking about, ooh, yeah, that glizzy. No, this hot dog, bitch.
They do be looking like, shit. No, some of the dudes I be around, they be like, shit, girl, you better go ahead and eat. I don't know.
I'm not.
I was a tomboy growing up, so I'm
and I was too. And guess what? And guess what? I would be like, cause you're not finna get no chance to be looking at my mouth lusting, bitch. No, I don't like that. Okay, yeah, I know that was off the subject, but I had to tell you that. So just listen, ladies that's menopausing, please hit me up. I will send you that link if you need it. I seen what you said, baby. I'm going to send you that link. Your health is so important. More so than ever. Because we don't heal and we don't, get better like we used to. I literally, after every surgery, remember y'all, I kept saying, I'm going to be back on the couch tomorrow. I was like, I'll be back next week. Breaking down. Like, we don't heal like we used to. My back still ain't healed. If I was younger, it would have been healed.
Well, you got to focus on your posture even more when you get,
because if you don't, you like... And then guess what? Then your back hurt.
And everything,
You, listen, when I say kids, if you can hear me now, I promise you, everything that you're doing to your body right now
If it ain't right, you ain't gonna be right.
If you think that dropping back and on your leg isn't gonna cause any terrible pain, I'm gonna tell you this. Please, what? Oh no. I'm gonna tell you this.
Oh, what's that?
Some bullshit. I'm gonna tell you this, baby. Get yourselves checked. Care about your body. Don't treat your body like nothing will ever, you won't ever have no consequences.
All right, eating all that fast food and...
Fast food, ladies, fast food at a young age, fibroids. Fast food, fibroids. Put them in the same, fibroids, okay? Fibroids. Don't even say fast food. Fibroids.
Look, no matter how fast your metabolism is, how skinny you are,
watch what you eat. Think about what you're putting in. I know you guys probably like, these motherfucking vegans, all they want to do is eat plants.
I know
guess what? Even the plants is poison now. You need to grow your own shit, is what the fuck I came here to tell you.
Pick your poison.
Pick your poison.
I'm going to tell you.
Carefully. Because, baby, now, that is true. Pick your poison. But I'm going to tell you this. Anything that do with being hard in your body, when I say every time I lean down, my knees go, whoosh, whoosh. I don't care how many times I do it. I could do it 6 times in a row, and it's going to sound like it's making a song. And it's not even going to be the same crack.
My left knee be popping.
Oh, it's not even going to be the same crack. It's going to be like, anything. I'm telling you, if you don't want that, don't be hard on your knees right now, kids. Don't be hard on your back. Your back, that's one of the worst
that's
things.
sitting like this. You better fix it.
Yeah. And then sucking your thumb. And then you want to get your teeth fixed. I didn't suck my thumb. That's not why I got my teeth fixed. I didn't like my gap. I was SpongeBob. So, but if you don't want to, listen, ladies, the only thing you need to be sucking when you get older is pussy or dick. That's it. Don't suck nothing as a child. Think about your health. Think about your...
I mean, yeah, that's a part of your health. You know,
yeah, because
HIV is a big thing.
And not only that, is let me tell you something. When I tell you, when you get older and your teeth aren't the way that you want them to be, you are going to be so miserable. You're going to be like, I either want to get dentures, I want to get my teeth fixed, I want to get braces, I want to get this, I want to get that. Care about them motherfuckers right now. Shit. Care about them right now. Otherwise, you literally going to be like...
They was just talking about people getting veneers and stuff. By the wrong people, though.
Right. And I'm going to tell you guys this. These ain't veneers, baby. What they did is illegal, actually. The guy got deported back to where he came from. But... but if he was here, I'd have him do the bottoms. But every dentist that I went to, they was like, he did an amazing job, though. Because everybody else's has fell out, all of that. I've had these for years. I got this done on the yard. So that should tell you how long I've been having it.
Did. For real.
So.
Because a lot of people, they have to go get their shit touched up and, you know.
I'm getting the bottoms done this year, though. I'm about to be a whole new woman. And I don't know if you guys seen that post that I posted on my podcast page, that viral post of all those new black doctors. Shout out to all the black excellent people out there, okay? Shout out to all the people that's going out to be doctors, going out to be therapists, going out to help people, period. Because we need that. We need our kind there to care for us. And I don't mean to be rude. I know I got some Caucasian followers, and I love y'all. But I'm just saying that sometimes when we in the hospital, y'all kind don't care about us as much as our kind.
I kind of like those Indian doctors, though.
Oh, yeah, I like them, too.
Yeah, they keep it real. Take care of your
health.
I'm
going to tell you what's going on.
Take care of your health.
Don't judge my accent just now. I was actually talking like one of my family members.
Some of them, they be about money.
Oh,
money,
yeah.
money.
Oh, yeah, you can tell the doctors that don't give a fuck about you and that give a fuck about... Okay.
Stay protected.
Stay protected. Get yourself checked up. Care about your health. Feed your body what it needs to be fed. And I want to tell you guys this. Our bodies don't need water. I'm about to stop drinking water. Period.
I wish I could say the same because I'm...
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know if you guys seen that post where they said they did a test on over 60 billion bottles of water from some of the major companies, and all of them tested as tap water. That's tap water you drinking, bestie.
Hey, it's from Sprouts. It tastes pretty good to me. I can look.
Fuck them niggas
It
on the other
must
side.
be Michigan tap water because it don't taste like
That's that Flint. I must have drank that Flint water earlier because I was sick to my stomach after I drank my bottle. Y'all, it's the Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits. I love y'all so much. I told y'all I didn't need much of your time. If Bestie wouldn't have came over here and gave me energy, I'd have been gone. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow we do have a guest. Make sure that y'all show up and show out because we need to get justice for her son. Her son is in the prison system right now and they are torturing him and some of the other inmates. That's why I always make sure to do this on the podcast. Listen, the only way that we can get shit out is if we spread the word. So make sure that tomorrow that y'all share the fuck out of that live and help her get her son out. He was falsely accused and he'd been in prison this whole time since 2021. So it's the Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits. I will see you guys tomorrow on the couch. Love y'all. Period. End. Oh, damn. There we go. We'll leave that one. Who is that? Love y'all.
That's awesome.
Spotify, Apple, Pandora, thank you so much for tuning in. It's the Couch Chronicles where it ain't no fucking limits.